Hello traders, I wanted to give an update on the price action for BTC after achieving our projection to 68,000 region from the completion point of this bullish cipher, but also will guide us as to how long will it take for another significant price action. Computing the legs between A and B for this information, after identifying the range between these two, the lows and the higher lows, we then compute the distance based on days, or our 1.618 projection that will give us another significant time axis based on price and time. Knowing that the distance between the legs A to C in this case are 32 days, we multiply the 1.618 that give us a number of 51 that take us all the way to 51 days, 0.77, meaning between 51 days and 52. That will give us a day starting on Sunday the 27th to Monday the 28th. A weekly session close will give us the levels prior entering the month of November, where I do believe there might be some turbulences in the price action for BTC that can take us all the way to March until April. Moving into the 4-hour time frame, what are we observing here in this segment of the move? As previously presented, we were tracking the development of the bearish shark pattern that can still act as a bullish 5-0. Therefore, the levels that I would like to monitor is a correction, pretty much the same levels that we explained previously, are from the C to the D, ideally, once again, ideally between the 50% retracement as well as the 0.618. Ideally, once again, 64,000, considering the previous structure resistance, looking left, market leaf clues at the B point that can be a congested zone also. Previously resistant, now potentially being regarded as a level of support. Okay, so what occurs from those levels, if we indeed find support, I would then move into the next idea that I presented for the Upthrust After Distribution. This is where I'm gauging new information based on the daily time frame. Okay, why these levels to me remain important also, because if we compute the discernible highs to discernible lows back to discernible highs, the B point here gives me a clear reading of the 0.786. Okay, a clear touch of that harmonic ratio was indeed achieved at the 0.786. Okay, I'm going to highlight this in yellow as a significant level. Therefore, 65,000, 64,000, as I said before, remains for a potential support levels. Only, of course, if we're not breaking below the key psychological level. Once again, this has been a level for us. Because remember, 60,000 was indeed a psychological level. Therefore, as long as we're not breaching below the C point, once again, this idea in my card remain as a possibility. If we print the bullish 5-0 idea, support at these levels, we then may bounce to where? To the 75,000 region as an upthrust. Okay, please keep in mind this is only an idea, an interpretation of the technical information. Why? Because we have been indeed ranging for a very long time, finding pretty much the eyes. This is a support level between the 55,000 region with an overspill to the sign of weakness, ideally, and previously, this one was the spring action that indeed took us to a move of nearly 30% prior to breaking below. Therefore, I initially thought that we may have the jumping across the creek. However, now that we are constructing new variables, I then can observe this idea potentially taking place in the near future. Also, to move into the other idea that I presented before, when looking at the chart in a different manner, I was looking for this information since September, okay? Since September, this idea was within my radar, where I was cautiously optimistic to the 68,000 region to 69. Therefore, now that we have achieved those levels, once again, from September the 25th, you guys can observe the idea was there nearly a month, okay? I would like to always be 1 or 2 steps ahead prior reaching those levels. So now that we are here, this is what led me to the potential idea of an upthrust. In the same manner, we have identified 15K lows back at the cycle low with the spring action. This idea may be perceived as an accumulation. However, you guys know that that chart is only an inverted chart. Therefore, if that's the case, we then may have some turbulences here heading into November, starting on October 27th, as well as the 28th. And of course, as you guys know, I normally like to compute those harmonic ratios where if we anchor once again the previous high, okay, the most recent high at 50, we anchor the exponent structure at 24,000 region to the lows, okay, back to the highs, we got a perfect 50% correction for the B point, and now working on the C leg of the move that can potentially take us to that PRC or the pending formation for a bullish bat around 30,000 region. Please remain calm. This is only an interpretation of technical information. We do know that there is work to be done. Previously, another idea would be to compute the trend line from the highs back to the lows. Okay, so therefore, we do know that we can test all the way back to 57,000 region once again. Okay, that can be an idea. However, this will be pretty much a lower risk in the upcoming month if this pattern gets completed. Okay. Also, I would like to highlight the 0.786 for a Pesamento Garli at 36,000 region. Do I know we will go there? You guys know the answer. I never know what the price action will do. In the same manner, the bounce from 52,000 to 68,000 region. Did I know? I never know. However, if this is the case, this can be a major opportunity for either a short, right? We're going to apply the principle from GAN here that we don't necessarily have to enter at the first high, but also we have the opportunity to enter at a lower high in the event of the C leg of the move being printed or the highs being in for now on the price action for BTC. Okay. However, it's only an idea once again based on the harmonic ratios, computing the M that usually lead us to a W. So therefore, this bullish Garli may give us the completion point of another pending W formation, which in theory, you guys know, if we flip the chart once again, this is rather a bearish Garli to an M formation. If the upthrust, okay, we find support at 64, 65,000 region and bouncing from there to 75,000 region, that will be a $10,000 move on BTC, where rather than a PRC for a bullish bat pattern, we may construct a cipher, okay? The same cipher that can take us to that C leg of the move. Once again, only if 60,000 region is not broken, we then have this argument for a potential upthrust after distribution before heading much lower to the 0.786 at 35,000 region for BTC, okay? Everyone, please remain calm. This is only an idea. Would like to monitor the price action, the price development on the daily, which I'm working on, as well as the 4-hour time frame. Okay. So far, clear turbulences on the hourly. This may seem a downward pressure. However, on the daily move, this is only a blip. Okay. Therefore, in order for me to execute a position based on the daily structure, I need to make sure what I'm going to execute here, because if that's the case, that can give us pretty much a major decline. Okay. 54% move. That seems way lower. However, we do know Bitcoin may surprise many. Depending on the reaction move, either finding support at 64, 65,000, even 62 to keep in the cards, because that is a range for the bullish 5-0. Once again, that can be only an idea. Okay, 64,000 to 62,000 region may be still in the card only as a continuation structure on the 4-hour time frame. Remember, we're moving accordingly to price segments. The 4-hour and the daily is mainly what I use within my analysis prior to execution. Turbulences, this is very nice. Can we get another rejection? We do know that Bitcoin tend to do those moves. At the highs, another lower high, rejection. Another high, double top, rejection. Another high, higher high in this case, which may be the case here for the upthrust. After this revision, we will see that can give us another entry, higher levels before a major drawdown. Why am I considering the major drawdown also within the cards? Because the monthly time frame also remains in the same manner. If you guys recall, we presented previously also back in July, I believe, that the divergences remains there. The price action printing higher highs as well as the momentum indicators, both the RSI and the MACD printing lower highs. Turbulences indeed since then. However, we are closely tracking the development on the daily in the event of printing the upthrust after this revision. Once again, this may be subject to the support levels at 64 and 62,000 if we go to those lows, okay? There is a pending formation also to put into the table. We compute those levels within the harmonic framework. We may observe here another pending completion point of a bullish shark to where? To the 1.13, my friends, okay? 1.13 may give us a 64,000 region over spill, of course, to the 63 to 62,000 region prior to finding support and maybe computing that major completion point for the upthrust after distribution. Everyone, thank you for being here. I will keep everyone updated. Of course, I will present my arguments as a harmonic pattern trader. Have a good one. Cheers.